Hello, welcome to episode 421. I can't believe we've managed to make it this high. This is crazy. We're going to make a stopwatch. Very simple one. We're using any old carrot on a stick, and if I right click it, my stopwatch starts. Oh, quick run. How long will it take me to get around the command blocks? What a waste of your time while you're watching me do this. Let's see how much of your time I wasted. Your time was 10 seconds. I wasted 10 seconds of your time. So pretty simple. First click starts the stopwatch. Second click ends the stopwatch and prints your time into chat. Right, that's what we're going to be making. All the commands here, I would say command help by GalSergey, but it's not true because I went onto his website and I stole all the commands because I'm very naughty. So he made the whole thing. I did none of it. But at the end, I will pop over to that website because it's pretty cool. It's you can type commands in and it creates it's a command block assembler. So you can either get a one-use command block you can use, or you can get yourself a spawn egg and you just throw the spawn egg down and it actually makes all of this for you. So at the end of the video, we're going to go over there and check that out. So obviously, thanks to GalSergey, and let's stop waffling and get on and build it now. Okay, today we're going to need lots of scoreboard objectives. Oh yes. So let's put them all in. We're going to need a few objectives, I think about 5, and then we're going to need to set some constants as well. So let's do setup, scoreboard, objectives, add, and we're going to use the carrot on a stick. Use carrot on a stick, and it will be of type used : carrot on a stick. There we go, that's one done. And we want this one to be chain always active. And now we want some objectives to store the ticks, the seconds, and the minutes. Scoreboard, objectives, add. So I think we'll call them ticks. That makes sense. Done. And I'm going to control middle mouse that one. And we'll have seconds. And we'll have minutes. Uh-oh, 2 S's, minutes. That would have caught me out later. And now we want to set some constants. In fact, we better actually add the constant scoreboard. Otherwise, we won't be able to set our constants. Add const. It's going to be a dummy. Okay, we're just going to use that to store some numbers in for some maths later. Scoreboard, players, set, and we're going to have a fake player, and we're going to call them 20. And we're going to set their constant score to 20. So basically now I'll be able to reference that player by their name, and it will return the value 20. So that's one. They're going to copy that one. And we're going to have a constant score, and his name is going to be 60. And his score is going to be 60. So you'll see that the first one was 20. That is 20 ticks in a second. The second one here is 60. I'm going to guess that is 60 seconds in a minute. And we're going to do 1,200 for this one. There we go. Right, we've got our constants, we've got our scoreboard. Done. Now, let's get rid of these extra blocks we don't need. Let's grab an empty one of those, and let's make a controller. Put a sign on the front. Forgot how to put signs on things then. Okay, and we'll have a little one of those. And in fact, no, we'll keep with the controller. I was going to say we need a carrot on a stick, but we're just using a normal one. So let's execute as all players whose scores equals used carrot on a stick equals 1. And we will store the result as a score on that player, seconds, and we will store the result as a score on that player, minutes, and we will run scoreboard, players, add that player, ticks 1. Okay, needs to be repeating. Now let's take our empty chain block and put it on here. In fact, I'm going to go to the beginning of this and just copy this beginning bit because we're going to be using it again. So let's get all of that. Execute as any player who's used their carrot on a stick. And then I can just paste that in there. Okay, we're going to run scoreboard players operation, the player that's used to carrot on a stick, their seconds score, and their second score we are going to divide by 20 const. So 20 is the name of the fake player, and the fake player called 20 has a constant value of 20. So we're going to get their seconds, and we're going to divide it by 20. Now what I'm going to do is go all the way up to this S and copy all of that. Copy. Let's put another block in. So again, any players use their carrot on a stick, scoreboard players operation S. What we're going to do is we're going to get their seconds, which have just been divided by 20, and we're going to modulus equals 60 const. Okay, the modulus equals, bit of a strange one. I don't think I've ever used it before in any of my tutorials actually. What we're doing there is we're seeing how often a number can go into another number, and then we're taking the remainder. So for instance, if we had a score of 17 and we were modulus 5, well 5 can go into 17 1, 2, 3 times, and we're left with 2. So we've got 5, 10, 15, we can't get another 5 in, we're only left with 2, and 2 is the number that we're going to use. So that's how the modulus works. You can look it up online. Done. Now we're going to go and get another one. Let's paste that in again. This time we're going to do it for the minutes. So minutes, we are going to divide by our 1200 const, or 1200. Okay, I think that's right, yeah. Then we're going to go again, and we're going to get the minutes, and we're going to modulus them with our 60 const. Okay, now we want to display something, so we want to display it on the, I think the action bar is probably a good place to display it. So let's do a title for all players whose scores equals used.coas equals 1 onto the action bar, and then let's put in the command. This is going to be a bit of a long one. It's not too bad, but it'll be a little bit. So we're going to have a translate. I'll put that in first. We will translate, and we'll have stopwatch. We'll put a colon. Bump. 1 entry. Bump. 2 entries. Okay, and we're going to do that with, okay, now we have to say, well, what are these 2 entries? What are these %s, %s? So we're going to need 2 things, because we've got 2 %s's. 1, 2. Okay, the first one. The first one is going to be, it's going to be a score. It's going to be a score. Okay, it's not happy yet because it doesn't have all the information it needs. And for a score, we'll need a name and we'll need an objective. So we'll have a name and an objective. So let's put name first. Name, and we'll just say everyone. I'll have an objective. Now hopefully when I put the E in, it's going to, oh, not happy yet, probably because there's one here maybe. And we'll have, for this objective, so this will be the first, so it'll be on the left, so this will be the minutes. Okay, and then we're going to do that again for the next one. So we're going to have a score. In fact, actually, what we could do here is let's clear that out there. Let's copy this one. Whoop. Copy everything inside those brackets. And let's just paste that in there. There we go. Now it's happy because they're both filled. So score name is going to be the same, but the objective we want to be seconds this time. So what should happen is we'll take the seconds objective from the player and we'll put it into this one. And our first one is minutes, so the minutes will go into this one. So what we should end up with on the action bar is the word stopwatch, and then the minutes, and then the seconds. Okay. Done. Now we'll do a tell raw command. So when they click the carrot on a stick the first time, it's going to start the stopwatch, and when they click it the second time, so their score is going to equal 2 now, then it will stop the stopwatch. So let's do a tell raw. So let's tell them in chat what their time is. All players whose scores equals used.coas equals 2. There we go. And what are we gonna do? Well, we're gonna give them a similar sort of thing. In fact, I think it's basically exactly the same. We want to show them their time, because the action bar will fade away and they might not see their time. So I think we can just go in here and just copy this. Copy. So we're copying everything after action bar, and we'll copy that and we'll just put it here on the end. But let's change the stopwatch. So instead of saying stopwatch, it says your time was. There we go. Okay. And now really we want to reset the ticks, and we want to reset the used carrot on a stick. So scoreboard players reset for all players whose scores equals, I think, used coas equals 2. So we've told them their time, and now we'll reset their ticks, and I think we'll just copy that whole command block, control middle mouse, pop it down, and we'll set their used carrot on a stick score as well. Done. Let's turn that on. I don't think we really need a give command just to get a carrot on a stick, because if we're just using a normal carrot on a stick, so let's get that. Let's have a little test. If I right click on it, okay, it doesn't seem to be working. We've only got one number. Is that correct? I think we should have 2 numbers, because we should have the minutes and the seconds. That's what happens when I stop it. Your time was 14, so that bit's working. Okay, have we made a little mistake somewhere? Let's see, we've got ticks, it's called ticks. Seconds is definitely called seconds. Minutes is called minutes. That seems alright. Okay. Let's have a look in our title. Which one was our title? Was it this one? No player was found. Well, that's at the moment because I don't have the used coas score. Stopwatch. Okay, well, it seems alright. I'll tell you what we could do. We could just start it running anyway. It'll run. Not while I'm looking inside a command block, it won't, but it. Objective seconds. Minutes. Okay, do we want to put anything extra in there? It looks okay. Still counting up. Let's scoreboard players set me. Can I set my seconds to 50? Can, but it just overwrites it, obviously, because it comes along here and then just does all the operations based on ticks. So that's not going to work. I suppose we could set our ticks higher. Right, we've got 27 seconds to wait. A bit more because I'm looking in here. Okay, let's just wait. Let's wait for the time. See why we're just getting that 0.39. I thought what we'd end up having would be, I mean, the 0 is the minutes, but it doesn't look right. I feel like we want something between it. I think it's just me being silly, isn't it? Because it's showing this. So that's going to change to a 1. That 0 will change to a 1, I'm assuming. And then we count the seconds again. Okay. So I think maybe we could just put something in there to make it look a bit nicer. Because that's a bit... Now it looks like I'm counting in seconds. All right. Let's try the stop bit. Stop. Your time was 1:14. Okay, let's go into here. Can we simply put a little comma like that? Or a little colon? So now it's going to be stopwatch, display the minutes, because that's the first thing here. Then we'll have a colon, and then we'll display the minutes. Now that looks good. Okay. And then so we'll do the same here as well. We'll put a little colon there. Now I think that's problem fixed. It's always nice to have a little bug. That's a bit better, yeah. We don't get the 00, but that's going to do for me. Okay. So there's our seconds going up. We can see that the seconds are not connected to the minutes now because we've got the little colon in the middle. And then I'm timing my friend. He's running around. And we stop. Your time was 0:14. Nice. Okay. So let's stop that. There's a little demonstration of the stopwatch. And we're all done. But what we're going to do now is I'm going to pop over to GalSergey's command block assembler, which is where I stole these commands from. I didn't make any of this myself. It's completely stolen from his website. But we're going to go over there because it's pretty cool, and I just wanted to show you how you can make this stopwatch, or some of the other things that are on there. There's not a huge amount on there yet, but there might be more. And I might start putting my stuff on there. Let's have a look anyway. Let's go over to GalSergey's website. Okay, here we are on GalSergey's command block assembler. I noticed up the top here there's also a data pack assembler, which will actually, you can put commands into this and it will build data packs for you. Such a cool website. Anyway, command block assembler. So what I did is I came down here for our examples. So we've got a few examples. And I got the simple stopwatch. And I load the example. There we go. So that you can see the commands we used there. There's our setup. And there's our controller. And now we've got a choice. So we could get one command. Boink. This is one command we can paste into a command block. And it will build all of this for us. Or I prefer, it's even more fun, we can get make spawn egg. So I've ticked to make the spawn egg. I think it defaults to bat there. We can pick whichever one we want. Let's have a blaze. Okay. Which direction do we want it to be facing? Now, all my tutorials I seem to be facing -Z, so I'm going to leave that. I'm going to get one command again. And we'll notice up the top here it's give blaze spawn egg now. And I'm just going to copy that command. So I'm going to control copy. And then I'm going to head back to Minecraft. So I will see you there. Okay, here we are back in Minecraft. Let's grab ourselves a command block. Boink. Pop it down. Stick a button on top. And let's paste in that command we just copied. It's a long one. And if we go home, give blaze spawn egg. Yeah, that's what we wanted. Okay, so let's get the blaze spawn egg. And let's press F3D, clear that chat. Okay, so we know it's going to function off facing -Z, which means it's going to start at this corner here. So which corner is that? It's the northwest corner. So it's going to start here and it's going to build off in that direction. So let's get a bit of space. Let's go over here and pop it down. Oh. Oh. Oh, I did -Z, didn't I? That's +Z, so it's built that way instead. Okay. Right. I'm very silly. Okay, so yeah, let's have a look. I normally build stuff in +Z direction, and I chose -Z, didn't I? So it's built it in the -Z direction. Why aren't there two lines? Well, because all of these are set up. They're all just run one time. In chat. You don't need command blocks for any of this stuff. So it's already done that for us. And then we'll look in here why there's no lever. That doesn't matter because this one is always active. So it is running. So if I use my carrot on a stick now, mine is definitely off. We can see that we get the same results. It is working. I stop it. Cool. There we go. I just think that's such a cool thing. You can get one egg and it's just going to construct this stuff for you. Okay. Let's end there because it's just a simple stopwatch and I've probably kept you going long enough already, haven't I? Let's try and change the camera so I can wave goodbye. There we are. Bye-bye. See you next time. Take care.